Hello everyone, this is Anjali Gautam and today's topic is database language and interfaces. In this video, we are going to discuss firstly we are going to discuss DBMS languages and then interfaces. The DBMS languages is used to query, query the database, store the information in the database and we can modify the data in the database. To perform all these tasks in the database, the database management language provides different types of languages, and these different types of languages is divided into four categories, which are DDL, which stands for Data Definition Language. Next is DML, which stands for Data Manipulation Language, and next is DCL, which stands for DCL, Data Control Languages, and last one is TCL, which stands for Transaction Control Languages. We are going to discuss these four types of languages in next slide. Firstly, we are going to discuss data definition language. The data definition language is used to specify the database schema. What is the database schema? The database schema is the structure of the database. What will be the attributes of the database? What will the relation of the database? These all come under the database schema. And to create the database schema or tables, indexes, constraints, etc. in the database, we need languages or operations. So there are 6 operations which are comes under DDL, which helps us to perform these tasks. The first operation is create. The create operations helps us to create the database instance, or we can say that it helps us to design the database schema. The next one is alter command. As the name suggests, alter means we can modify this. With the help of alter command, we can alter the structure of the database. How the data is stored in the database in the form of table. We can change the schema of the tables stored in the database with the help of alter command. The next is truncate command. What the truncate command does, it does that we can delete tables in database instances. So we can delete the, let's say we have 4 tables or 4 tables schemas. So if we want to delete the entire schema of that table, so we can use the truncate command. The next is rename command. With the help of rename command, we can rename the name of the table, or we can modify the name of the attribute with the help of rename command. The next is drop command. The drop command helps us to drop the values or drop the tables in the database instance. So we can remove or delete any table from the databases using the drop command. The last one is the comment command. What the comment command does, with the help of comment command, we can add additional information related to tables in the form of comments in the database management system. All of these commands either defines or update the database schema. That's why they come under data definition language. Next is data manipulation language. The data manipulation language is used for accessing and manipulating data in databases. Once we have created the database schema, so we need to insert some information in the database schema. To perform these tasks, we use several operations which comes under DML language. The first operation is select command. With the help of select command, we can select or fetch the number of records from the tables. Next is insert command. With the help of insert command, we can insert any information in the tables. Let's say, to understand this better, let's say we have a table which stores the student information. If we want to select the, or we want only information of roll number 1 to 10, so we use select command. Let's say we want to add some information of any new students, so we use insert command. Let's say we have one incorrect value in that inserted data and we want to update with the correct version of the data, so we have to use the update command to update the information in the table. And lastly is, if we want to delete all the records from the table, so we use the delete command. Let's say we want to remove the information of the final year students after they pass out from the college, so we can delete all the records from the college database using delete operation. Then these DML commands are basically divided into two types, which are high level or non-procedural languages. Other one is low level or procedural language. The high level or non-procedural languages requires a user to specify what data is needed, and we do not need to specify how to get it. On the other hand, with the procedural language, we have to specify how to get the information from the database. Next one is data control language. The data control language is used to give the permission to access the data, and also we can revert back the information. To perform, to access or revoke the permission from the user, we have two operations: grant or revoke. Grant is used to grant the access to the user. To understand it better, when I joined the our university, when I joined our university, we I have granted some permissions by the database administrator to access the information about the timetable of the college, information of the students, detail of the faculties. So to access all this information, I have granted some permission to access the information stored in the database with the help of grant command. And another one is revoke command. Revoke command is helps us to take permission from the user. Let's say one employee remove and decided to leave an organization. When an employee leaves the organization, we have to take permissions from the user, so the employee will not able to access the sensitive or useful information from the organization. To take the permission from that user or from the ex-employee, we have to revoke the permissions. So we can perform this task with the help of revoke command, which comes under DCL language. The last one is transaction control language. The transaction control language is used to control the transaction on the database, whether changes will be permanent or we need to cancel the transaction conducted. To ensure this, whether the transaction is complete or we need to cancel the transaction or restore the database into its initial position, we have two operations, which is commit or rollback. Commit is used when the changes are permanent made by the DML commands. So we know the transaction is completed or we have committed the transaction. But there are chances when the transaction is not completed or it is stopped in somewhere in middle. So we need to stop the transaction at that point and we have to roll back the database on its previous instance, so there will be no inconsistencies. So we till now we have discussed the different types of database languages. Similarly to the database languages, we need some interfaces through which we can communicate with the database management system. So database management system interfaces are stand-alone query language interfaces. So these interfaces are divided into two types: programmer interfaces and user interface friendly interfaces. Programmer interfaces allows programmer to interact with the database management system with the help of some language. To interact with the database management system, we have two approaches: pre-compiler approach or procedural approach. Pre-compiler approach is we write some task with the help of language and compiler helps us to interpret that command. The next one is procedural approach, in which we have operations in the form of functions. We will call these function and the operation will perform. Next come the user-friendly interfaces. User-friendly interfaces allows us the user to interact with the database without knowing any specific languages. These user-friendly interfaces are classified into menu-based interfaces, form-based interfaces, graphics-based interfaces, and natural language interfaces. Or we can combine all these four types and we can use hybrid interfaces. In menu based, we have drop down list in which we can select the particular operation we want to perform and it will perform on the databases. Form based interfaces, in which we have some text boxes in which we enter the information or the operation we want to perform and we can perform with the help of text box and queries. And then comes the graphics space, in which we have GUI and we use point, click and drag and drop to specify the operation which we like to perform on the database management system. Last one is natural language, in which we use natural language like English to communicate with the database management system. There are some other ways through which we can interact with the database and management system, in which we can use speech as input output like Alexa. Okay, we can interact with the Alexa through the speech. So similarly, we have some interfaces in which we give commands with in the form of speech. Then comes web browser, in which we use web browser as an interface. All the social media platforms use the web-based interfaces. Next is parametric interfaces. Parametric interfaces are used by bank tellers, or we can say the authorized users for which the database is designed specifically. We use function keys to interact with parametric interfaces. Lastly, we have to provide interfaces for the database administrator, because database administrator is another type of user which who interact with database. So we have interfaces for the database administrator, so he can create accounts, grant authorization to other users, or so he or she can set system parameters, and lastly he or she can change the schemas or access path of the data stored in the database management system. Okay, so I hope through this video you have a brief overview about the database languages and interfaces used to interact with the database management system. We will learn about these database languages or how we practically communicate with the database management system through SQL languages and what will the syntax of these operations in the upcoming lectures. That's all in this lecture. Thank you everyone and stay safe. Bye bye. Take take care.